Welcome back to the 2025 recap. In this little mini-series on 3 parts, I'm gonna give you a recap of what happened on this YouTube channel during 2025, and I give you a short preview of what's gonna happen in 2026. In the last episode, you can go back and watch it if you haven't yet. We talked about the materials that have come out during this year and what has happened on the YouTube channel. For this episode, we're gonna talk about creativity. So what I did on the creative side. First is the calendar. You can visit my website, which is richwerkstatt.com. And there you're gonna see a whole overview over the calendar. But today I want to show you my favorite month of the calendar, and this is the month of May. You see here the palette, so the colors that I used, and here the drawing. So this drawing represents like the spring that comes and puts some small seeds into the earth, and this is like pushing away the winter here. And you can see I was drawing this quite early in the year, and this was the first project that I did this year. Then I'm gonna show you some drawings that I did this year, and also a little bit I'm gonna tell you where my inspiration comes from. And here I have actually where my color inspiration comes from. This is a bit of color mapping or inventory, so to say, that I did when I was on vacation in Bristol in the UK. And there was this very beautiful Juneware, a pottery piece that had really wonderful colors. So I noted the numbers of all the colors, and then when I came home I drew this kind of overview over all the colors that were there, and I used a palette derived from this color analysis to draw some iris flowers, and I have to say I really like this drawing. So you see a little bit how my process works here, or worked this year. So I really like to visit places and perceive the colors. So when I see color combinations that are very appealing to me, I note them down, and then I try to use these color combinations for my drawings. And then there is another drawing that I did this year that I like quite a lot, and this is a daisy, a little bit a yellow daisy. And you see often the titles for my artwork are in Italian, which is my first language. Then this year was a very lucky year for me because I got a commission from the local authority, so to say, let's say the government of the town where I lived asked me to prepare a drawing for all the pairs that are gonna marry next year. And I can show you the result, and I can tell you a bit about it. So this is a bit different from how I work usually. So as you know, usually I work with the Neocolor, these. For these, I couldn't do original drawings because they asked me to provide between 200 and 250 copies of this. And each copy, their wish was to have something handmade, so to say. So this is a print that is not very well, it has not come out quite well, so I kept it. It's just a trial. And I worked here with the lino cut, and I made like prints, handmade prints in different colors. And these, if you see the subjects, the subject, these are two roses and they are embracing each other. So with this, the title of this is "The Flowers Are You." So you are the flowers, basically. This is for the pairs that are marrying. And the message that I wanted to give with this drawing is that no matter which dress you're wearing today, who is older, who is younger, you are the flowers for today. So this is representing the feeling of the couple, but without identifying too much who is who, so to say. So everyone can recognize themselves in this feeling. And yeah, this was a very big project. I was thinking a lot about it, and it also took some time to complete. And I'm very, very happy about the result. And this took up quite some time this year. Then this year something happened that made me decide to do a color fasting. And I think I'm gonna have a video dedicated to it probably in the future. But what does this mean? So I decided to go and restrict the choice of materials for a couple of months, now in November, December, and basically restrict to graphite, charcoal, and here you have like watercolor graphite and watercolor graphite with just a little pinch of color. This is the Technalo RGB. All these materials are by Caran d'Ache, by the way. Why did I do this? Because if you follow the channel by now, you know that I'm quite fascinated by color combinations. Yeah, why do some colors suit well together? Based on a pair of colors, can I obtain another pair of colors that gives a similar effect? These kind of questions. And I was sensing that this thinking why these colors go together, how can I choose a palette that gives a super good effect? All this kind of thinking was blocking me. And every time I wanted to draw, I was facing this burden in a way of choosing a palette. It was not more just a perception, okay, I choose these colors and put something together. It was more like too much of a challenge, let's say, for just a drawing, if you know what I mean. It was just thinking, okay, no, this, that. So I decided that I still wanted to keep creating, keep drawing, and keep like fostering my creativity, but I didn't want this pressure that I was putting on myself of finding like new and how to say sophisticated color combinations to display my drawings. Therefore, I decided to put aside the color aspect, do this kind of color fasting, and only work with simple materials. And I have to say it was quite useful because now I have started using Neocolor again, and I'm more into the like just perceiving the colors, combining them together to get an effect, and less into the I have to find the perfect palette mindset. So this has like created in a way a pull for me towards the joy of using colors rather than the pressure of wanting to have really wow color combinations. I don't know if this makes sense to you. Let me know in the comments if you have comments about this. Anyway, I wanted to show you a couple of things that I did during this color fasting phase. And I created a little character here, which I called Primo. He's like a small caveman and has a dog with 6 legs. And I created some small, like almost comics drawing about this Primo. And here you see Primo doing his skincare routine in the cave. Here you see Primo walking his dog in front of like advertisement for ananas and apples, and here it's like sausage and meat and ham, and he's walking the dog and watching his phone. And here you have Primo working not in home office but in cave office, and here you see all these hands that you find in the like ancient prehistoric caves. So yeah, this was quite good for my inspiration and also how I approach color, I have to say. And now I'm back to using color again. And then another thing that happened this year is that I released a color tool called NeoPalette, which is available on my website, where you can create visualize palettes and also get inspiration for new palettes. So try it out if you haven't yet, and let me know in a comment, or you can write me an email via my website what you think about this, and if there are features that you have in mind and would like to improve or add. I cannot promise anything, but I will at least read this and process this, and yeah, maybe what you wish for is gonna happen. And that's the end of this episode. In tomorrow's episode, we're gonna have a small short outlook towards the year 2026, and I hope to see you tomorrow in the next episode.